before I would get on a rowing machine. Really. I mean, I just would not.
I really like that you said this because I think people, when they see me on Facebook and Twitter, I don't want to work out. I don't want to starve. I don't want to change. I don't want to do this. I don't want to. Exercise is a hassle. Mm-hmm. And I actually filmed my first TV commercial, and I was just brand new, and nobody really knew who I was. So he said, I'm going to bring you out of obscurity. He discovered me. He said, I'm going to give you a challenge, and this is what made me think of you, Barbara, when you said what happened to you was it was fun to lose 4 inches in under 3 weeks in 19 days, 19 inches and 4 off of each of the top of your thighs. So 8 inches right off the top of your thighs. Yeah.
That was amazing. The reason I had a gastric bypass back in 2001, and it seemed like, and I had a tummy tuck the next year because I had lost so much weight, but it seemed like all my weight seemed to go to my thighs for some reason, from my knee up to my hip, and close to my knees it was really huge. In fact, there was even a time that I wouldn't wear pants because I thought, my God, I look like I have elephantitis or something. And for me to lose 4 inches off the top of my thighs there, right above my knees, it was on each side.
So that would be 8
on each side.
Right there on the top.
Right, because it was like I could feel the muscles in there when we were doing the exercises, and I could feel them tightening up. And, I mean, it wasn't hard. It wasn't difficult. And it didn't hurt.
And the exercises, you didn't hate them. You actually loved doing them.
Yeah, I loved doing them. And that was what was wonderful to me, that it was something that was fairly simple that I could do, and it didn't take very long, you know.
And doing them lying in bed. Gee,
right.
Kelsey talked about that, too.
Lying on the bed.
In bed.
That's amazing. Nobody ever told me I could lay on the bed and exercise. They always tell me to get down on the floor. Who wants to get down on the dirty floor?
Gone the 4 months of radiation and chemo.
Yes, definitely. And if I had it to do over, I wouldn't do it. I really wouldn't.
And is that priceless peace of mind to not have breast cancer return or any kind of cancer? That's priceless peace of mind, isn't it?
Right. Right. It's when someone says, when a doctor says the C word to you, it absolutely scares you half to death, and you don't know what to do. And this program, I really think that it might have just gone away on its own if I had had something to do like this, or if I had had this program at that time, I might have not gone with that, and I'm blown away by the results that I've had just myself, because I was feeling very frail. I mean, because after I had the chemotherapy and the radiation, my immune system got so low that in July and August of last year I had pneumonia twice. And I was really feeling very poor and frail, and I felt like I was 80 years old. And I'm not nearly that old. And it just, when I started doing the exercises with the Xena within a few days, I felt like I was 10 years younger instead of 40 years older or 30 years older or whatever. You know, I just felt great. It made me feel good, and it made me feel good about myself, and that I could do this. This wasn't something that was difficult. This is something that I could do. Even this person that hates exercise could do this and enjoy it. And that, to me, was the seller right there. I could do this.
The payoff was feeling better immediately, right?
Right.
As soon as you start exercising immediately.
The pain from the RA, I've developed rheumatoid arthritis. I mean, that is a genetic factor with me, but the pain was getting really bad, and it took months to figure out exactly what it was until someone finally looked back in the records and said, hey, this lady tested positive for rheumatoid arthritis, you know. So then they give me to a doctor who's put me on all kinds of medication and stuff. But I can tell you right now, the exercises with Zena are helping more than the medications. They really are. I know it, you know. And as soon as I feel like I'm stable, I'm going to try weaning myself off all the medication because I don't like taking drugs. It just doesn't seem natural to me.
The joy that you bring to other people is so much more heightened when you yourself feel good. And you're not in pain and you're not weak and feel like you could pass out or fall down. And by loving and sharing your heart on thoughts-of-pink.blogspot.com as your blog, they're going to feel a warm welcome. They're going to know just how much you care.
That's another thing. My memory seems to be improving.
And we want to function at a higher level with better vision. I mean, driving at night.
Yeah.
So we want good night vision so we can continue to do things and not be held back or limited by how good our vision is at night. How safe are we?
My former mother-in-law told my daughter, she said, your mother has had a chin lift. And Rhonda says, no, she hasn't. She said, well, when's the last time she was here? And she says, oh, it's been about 6 weeks. She says, she had something done to her neck because it doesn't look like it did before. Yeah, it looks so much better. She must have had some work done, but I have not.
You see yourself in the mirror every day, Barbara.
I have
you
not.
And I and all my clients see yourself in the mirror, you don't realize unless you take pictures right before you start with me. Pictures of your face, your profile of your jawline, your chin line, your neck, etc. Unless you actually get close-ups of your face and jawline, and pictures of your tummy, and and you probably didn't even notice, Barbara, because you're looking in the mirror every day. The changes are subtle on that. She's had some work done. Is that hilarious? That really, now you know why I work the temporomandibular joint, the jaw joint. It's not just for vanity to give you a neck and jawline lift and a jowl lift so you don't have a double chin. And now you know because the changes have been subtle to you, but how does that make you feel to look so much younger?
Oh, it makes me feel great, and I didn't have to do that much to do it. I mean, it wasn't that hard, you know. And I really appreciate you and care for you so much because you've really changed my life, and I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. And
thank
one
you.
passing word